Hello and welcome to episode 152 of TrustyHogs. I'm Catherine Bowhart.
I'm Helen Bauer.
And this is our podcast about our perfect lives. Don't be jealous. And we're also going to answer all of your problems. And gosh, they're very worrisome. So we'll get to those. Don't you worry.
I love the phrase worrisome.
They are though. Sometimes I think, goodness. And then other times Andrew tells us he has a problem for us from, 3.5 years ago. And I think,
oh, shit.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What happened to this person? So do let us know. Hope you're okay. So shout out to anyone who wants to let us know how they are. We'll find out in approximately 7 years.
Through the fog, step forth the trusty hogs. Yeah, you're gonna give them your problems and they will solve them. Or maybe they won't, and that's your problem. They'll have guests and Andrew White on the tech. Oh, it's Helen and Catherine as the trusty hogs. Trust the trusty hogs, or maybe not.
How the hell are you?
We're both thriving.
We are thriving.
We're thriving. You're so freckled from your holiday.
Thanks.
I've done all my big birthdays of the year.
Okay, so you, if I may, were a real dick earlier because I was like, I'm going to talk about my holiday, and you were like, I'm going to talk about my birthdays, and I was like, oh my God, I've missed her birthday. What? You were like, I was like, what? You were like, I had so many birthdays at the weekend, and I was like, and then you set it up. You wanted me to feel that bad.
I didn't.
You did, you little
I
shit.
Didn't. I just had so many birthdays at the weekend.
And then you said I had so many birthday celebrations at the weekend. I was like, this prick. And then it turns out your birthday's still in March because that's how they work. They stay the same every year.
And yours is still August 13th.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
And then you were actually just at birthday parties, which is not the same as me being on my holiday.
It's exactly the same.
No, it's not.
We've both been thriving.
I don't think that's the same.
You went away to Greece.
Whose birthdays did you go to?
Frances, Gwyneth, Breed, and messaging with Anna Grant. She's in Italy.
Now then.
Yes.
Who do you like the best?
Don't do that.
Okay, whose birthday?
My agent, Breed.
No, but if you had to choose whose birthday party was the best.
Oh my God, you can't do this to me.
No, tell me about what they each did.
Frances listens. Hi, Frances.
Hi, Frances. What do they all do for their birthday parties?
Frances, bowling, drinks. I couldn't make the
Cute.
bowling. I had a gig, but I was there for all the drinks.
But you love to bowl.
I am a great bowler.
No, I said you love to bowl.
I'm a great
You
bowler.
actually were pretty good in Australia.
I wasn't good. I was organised. I kept the game going.
I think that you were good, but then people were paying you attention, which you loved, but then it threw you off.
That. Yeah.
So
I wanted your attention.
You cracked under the pressure of it, though.
Catherine, look at me.
Yeah, that was
look
the whole
at me bowling,
thing.
Catherine. Catherine.
I remember I was there.
And Catherine's like trying to have nice chats with people and everything. And I was like, Catherine, stop everything. Look at me. I'm throwing the heaviest one this time.
Joel Kim Booster's beautiful fiance was telling me like his heritage, and you were like, Catherine.
No,
Catherine,
he wasn't.
Catherine. Oh. Yeah, he was. He was. His birth story, and you were like, Catherine. Okay, next. What about what did Frances do?
Frances, the bowling and drinks. And then Breed, Dwinkies.
Nice.
Lovely afternoon.
Nice.
Gorgeous. And then Gwyneth, my baby, went 110% in for the birthday.
Go on.
And we went on a witch tour.
Say everything. Say everything. Where can you do a witch tour?
London.
What age is Gwyneth?
Just 5. 5 years old.
Only 5 years old, okay.
No,
Well,
like one of the 30s.
one of the 30s you don't know, you shitbag.
I think 34.
That's okay. And so the witching hour came. And then where'd you do this tour? Tell us everything about the tour, please.
London Bridge to St. Paul's Cathedral.
Right.
It's called like witch tours or something. I think it's just, witch tours.
I don't feel like I'll have a lot of trouble finding it if I Google it, and or that I would ever Google it.
It was the
Go
most
on.
charming afternoon out. I got so
Afternoon?
many questions
Wait,
right. It was a couple of
afternoon?
hours.
Afternoon? It's not like a nighttime thing.
No,
it's not
we
like a
met-
ghost tour.
No, because the last ghost tour I did was in York.
Last
Shout
one I
out
did
to
was
York
in
Uni
Edinburgh.
as well.
Shout out to Edinburgh Uni.
Shout out to Edinburgh Uni. And
Shout out to witches.
Can we just go shout out to all
afternoons.
universities? Thank you.
They're deeply underfunded at the moment. They need those shout outs.
Yes.
When I say underfunded, I mean badly managed. But
Listen
go on.
to TLDR with Catherine Bowhart on Radio 4 on all of your BBC Sounds platforms
Helen.
right now.
Thank you so much.
It's
It's actually a really good
about
episode.
universities.
Because Pierre Novelli's on and he's so good.
No Sunil Patel. It's
Thank
a great
God.
episode.
It's a real treat. A real treat of an app. Go on.
So, you meet a woman dressed as a witch in London Bridge, just on the street.
As distinct from a witch. So she's not a witch, she's a woman dressed as a witch.
She's not a witch, but we all became witches. We all passed at the end of the tour and joined the witch coven.
Which she can tell you, but she's not a witch herself?
She had the outfit, but I feel like she wasn't. She was like an American student, I think.
Okay, hell
Just
no.
like living her best life.
Yeah, no.
I got so many questions right when she'd ask people, and I knew the answers.
What kind of questions are we talking?
Like Henry VIII witch questions and like hangings and stuff, and I just sort of knew some things, and I felt really cool.
Did you know, and like just enough to be impressive, or too much to the point that people were weirded out?
I was too keen at the beginning.
That part I fully believe, yeah.
But I feel like the keenness rubbed off because Gwyneth's friends with a lot of actors as well, so like everyone was very keen.
Yes.
And I think I calmed down as it continued.
Proud of you. We don't have time when we go to Dublin tomorrow, which we're doing for live Hogs Dublin, and I'm so excited. But if we ever have time together, we must go to the Leprechaun Museum in Temple Bar.
Yes.
Where all the furniture is huge so that you can take pictures as a leprechaun. But more importantly where American...
You're offensive to yourself.
The reason I say it is because you reminded me, because you said the American student, because I went there years ago and there was an American student giving the tour and he was so serious. He was like, he started out genuinely opening gambit. Here's my favorite sentence I've ever heard. Let me tell you some facts about leprechauns. There's no such thing, my guy. There's no facts about leprechauns. There's no facts to be had. Let me tell you some facts about leprechauns. Then he says, and it's not what you imagine. It's not the Disney version of leprechauns that I'm going to give to you today. And I was like, Disney? What Disney leprechauns? Do you mean
Thumbelina?
What are you talking about? Do you mean the Seven Dwarfs? Like, what are you talking about? I was like, it was one of the strongest opening statements I've ever heard. I don't really remember much else because I then asked him a series of questions about how he could ascertain facts about leprechauns, and then he sort of stopped talking to me.
Oh.
So I think I also rubbed off on the tour in that I kind of ruined it for everyone else, but and then he was mad.
Our participation hearts sometimes do push people away, I feel.
I agree.
It's tricky though because we just want to share things that we know.
By the way, yesterday I was doing promo for my tour and I mentioned TrustyHogs on 3 Irish radio interviews, but I also might have mentioned that on each one that I took you to the family memorial and the only thing you learned was that it's a Pokemon gym.
Well, I'll look forward to those.
So sorry.
That'll explain the really violent messages I got this morning about being respectful to the Irish.
That makes sense. And I am sorry about that. I told my mother, don't do it. It's not worth it. Don't start it with this girl. But yeah, I am sorry about that. But they laughed, so that was nice.
I just think any tour in any city is always going to be fun.
You weirdly came off so well because that Russian woman was taking the selfies on the memorial. So you seemed so super respectful by comparison.
I am respectful.
We'll get to my holiday, but first I must tell you, look. My finger's all swollen. Can you see that?
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
Why is your finger so gross?
Look at the difference between them. Okay, that's pretty savage.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, it's pretty painful.
Wait, is that because Ellen hurt her finger?
No,
so
it's
then
because
you had to do the lion's share of the fingering. No. The lion's share? Yeah, the lion's share of the fingering, and now your finger's swollen.
I hate Queer Helen. I hate it so much.
I love Queer Helen so much.
I hate Queer Helen so much. I'm thinking of having a sapphic salon, by the way, in the winter time.
Wait, there's so much going on here. What the fuck's a sapphic salon?
It's just probably just going to be booze and lots of lesbians at my house.
Stop it.
To which I will invite you.
I can come to these now?
Yeah, I know. So exciting.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
and what do we do?
I guess we hang out with each other.
Oh, it's not like a sex thing.
Oh no, you should. I hope you have sex.
Okay,
that'd be
so
wicked.
it is a sex thing.
It can be.
I could have sex in your house.
I'd rather you kind of took someone home, but I guess if you're desperate.
No, it's so far.
If you're desperate,
if
you're desperate, you could go to their house.
Ooh, because they all live around there, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They really do.
Great.
Okay, great. I'll let you know.
I think
I'm partly
you
having
would
it.
love to be involved in my first queer sex.
I was just about to say, I think I'm partly having it because I want to be present at your first gay night out.
You want that so bad to set me up with my
I'm
first
going to invite
queer
Francis
night.
as well so that you have a little buddy. Yeah.
Yes.
And the other thing to say is that no, I get this thing in the mornings where my hands don't work. I sometimes can't like hold a cup or open things. Like I get really sore joints and my hands get kind of stuck.
That's arthritis, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah, my mom has arthritis.
Shit. Yeah.
And I sent her a picture of my finger and she was like, "Oh, sweet baby girl, that's it."
Oh fuck.
And I get like my hands and feet and knees can sometimes be quite sore, but it's the worst I've had it where it's like stayed past and now, like been a whole 24 hours.
Oh god.
But yeah, so I guess my fingering days are numbered, so I should get to it.
Wait, what can you do for arthritis in this day and age? There's not really anything, is
You
there?
can do lots of things depending
Okay.
on what kind it is. But a lot of them are steroids, and I also just like it's probably too. I should go to a doctor. I'll go to a doctor.
I think for
I'll
sure.
start with the doctor bit.
You don't want to live in pain.
No, but I also don't want to like take. We'll see.
Yeah, we're just gonna
We'll
figure
see.
out options.
We'll see.
If not,
Yeah.
we'll go to a witch, or just come to me because I've passed the test.
Oh my god, amazing!
And we'll do some
What can you
herbal
do?
remedies.
Done and done. Do you mean drugs? We never did mushrooms in the end.
I did.
Huh?
I forgot about this. Absolute waste of my time. Came off stage.
Sorry, what?
Came off stage
Sorry,
the other day.
did you want to maybe mention that you did them?
I forgot about this.
When did this happen?
They didn't touch the sides.
I will never tell you about my holiday. Go on.
Okay, I
When
won't.
did
I
this
won't name
happen?
any names, but I came off stage somewhere.
When?
And I'd say like a couple of weeks ago. I'll tell you everything.
Yeah.
And some of the comics were doing drugs.
Where?
Never
Where?
happens.
Where?
No one
Where?
does it in front of me.
I've never heard this. Where?
And I can't tell
No,
you.
don't tell
'cause
me
it's
the
so
club. But was
obvious.
it like green room?
Yeah.
Really, I've never seen that. My whole 10 years of comedy.
Never in my entire
9
life.
years.
And
I've
I was
never
like,
seen that.
this feels like a great chance for me. I'm far away from home.
Those are the opposite of great chances.
I'm far away from home. I don't know which hotel I'm staying in. I'm 100% in.
No.
So I immediately go
Helen, no.
lickety lick lick with they were like drops, right? And I felt nothing. I went back like half an hour later for more. And honestly, nothing. And other people were like, do you feel it? Do you feel it? And I was like, no.
Did you feel happy or like?
I mean, I was giggly, but I think I was giggly because I'd also had I had a cocktail in a can, and like I had a lovely gig, and I
This
was like,
sounds like a bad, like a cheap ass weak version of drugs.
I think it was people who were like microdosing, and they were also like, like I think. From what I understand, because I spoke to someone who was a big mushroom head, and they were like, yeah, but you ate dinner, you didn't think you were doing them, and also like you're not going to relax into it because you're sort of like, you've got to go find your hotel, you've got to train in the morning,
Yeah,
like
that's
it's
just
just your brain's just not going to go there. And I was like, yeah, that's true. But we all went to the pub together and everyone was like giggling, and I was like, I guess, yeah.
Pubs.
Like, you know, when you're like pretending to be fucked after one Smirnoff Ice, and then you realise that like
First of
you're
all,
the
never
only
heard
one.
anyone pronounce it Smirnoff Ice.
Smirnoff. Wait, no, it is Smirnoff.
Sometimes you can really tell that's like a girl who spent some time in Germany. Smirnoff.
Smirnoff.
Do you girls want some Smirnoff
I
Ices?
never said Smirnoff when I lived in Germany.
It was so great. You want some Smirnoffs? I'm not.
Oh my god, am I that girl
I'm not
that's
a regular mom. I'm a cool mom.
am I the
Let's
girl
go
that
out
lived
for
in Germany?
tapas.
And I'm like, I don't remember how to say things. Like Smirnoff?
You were the girl who went to Mexico.
Mexico. I am the girl that went to Mexico.
I know
unless
it,
we
baby
forget.
girl. I know it.
Smirnoff.
Whatever you like.
What? No, don't whatever you like
Please.
me. What is it? Don't, because now I look like a freak.
Smirnoff, right?
Smirnoff. Okay, everyone's nodding. Smirnoff. I knew that. Fuck. You know what?
No.
Fuck all of you. I've also been to Russia.
Nice.
Yeah, for Dosta Primachachnost.
You're so good at languages. Last night, my Moroccan taxi driver dropped me off last night, and
What? You were in Morocco last night?
no, my taxi driver was Moroccan.
Okay, that makes way
He
more
dropped
sense.
me home.
Yeah.
From because I was hosting this event
Yes,
for
you
women in
were.
construction. Oh my god, the perfect crowd.
Do you want to do a
we'll
shout
circle
out
back.
for women in construction?
Shout out women in construction. Oh my god, my people. They were so nice. They didn't even mind me asserting that they were all lesbians the whole time.
They are.
I know. And they didn't even mind me kind of making them do like wedding poses when they came up with to get their awards from me. I was like, let's look like a perfect lesbian family. They were nice. But a lot of them I think maybe were even straight weird.
Oh.
Anyway, I don't know. people are in denial, but
People are
you
mad.
get it. What
Not
was
me.
I saying?
You were trying to say something about your Moroccan taxi
When I got
driver.
out of the taxi driver last night, he was like Gurv Magat, which is the Irish way of saying thank you, and I couldn't believe it. It was so sweet and nice.
That's charming.
I know, and he was like, I told you I had some Irish friends. Like, I hadn't believed him, but he had to prove it. It was so sweet. Oh, he was nice.
So you're thriving. Everyone's being lush.
Yeah, I had a really
Holiday?
nice time in Greece.
You have to tell us everything.
Well, I didn't think I really cared about Greek food. That's what I'll say. I was like ambivalent about Greek food. I was like, yeah, I like a Greek salad. Yeah, I love fresh ingredients. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Holy fucking shit. Right? First of all, have you had this thing where they wrap feta in phyllo, put sesame seeds on, heat it, cook it, and then cover it and soak it in honey? Sweet mother of Jesus Christ.
So I'm sorry.
I don't love feta. It was astounding.
Incredible.
Greek salad, divine.
Oh my
Shrimp
God.
salad, divine. Then they had this it was like a Greek ricotta, which is like a salty kind of crumbly, kind of squidgy, lovely ricotta with lots of figs. Oh my God, divine. Then the thing that they eat loads of is lobster pasta, which I did not know.
I did not know they had lobsters there.
It's in Kefalonia, lobster pasta is a real thing. And we had all kinds of it. It was divine.
Oh my God.
What else did I eat? I ate so much fish. It was delicious. I ate,
my God.
just like everything was just so fucking good. The food was just so fresh and delicious. And like, like the cucumbers tasted better and the tomatoes tasted amazing. And they are really into omelets and do them so fucking well. Wow. It was just incredible.
Tell Sean McLaughlin he'll lose his mind.
Honestly, I had this omelet in Athens that was so beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, because we went to Athens.
About to say because you got stuck on your journey there, no?
So there was a storm when we arrived.
No, in Greece,
in Kefalonia,
Oh.
which is where we were going. And we got there and they were like, we can't see. This isn't like it's like an old airport. There's no precision landing, so we can't see the runway.
Oh my God.
So how you usually land here is you see it and then you just kind of throw yourself at it.
No.
This, by the way, is what the actual pilot's saying. He's like, usually just aim for it. Oh my God. Right? And I was like, well, that's hell on earth. Why would you say that to us? So he's like, we're just going to go around and go to Zakynthos. Great.
I've been Zante.
Right.
Yes.
No, Zakynthos.
Yeah, Zante. It's the same thing.
I don't think that it is.
Yeah, it's like Magaluf is one thing, but Shagaloof is another, but it's the same thing. Hello?
No.
Yeah, Zante is Zakynthos.
I'm going to trust Helen because she knows about geography.
Yes.
Okay, maybe it is.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I thought it was Zanzibar 5 episodes ago, so don't worry about it. Which would be a crazy place for youths to holiday. Anyway, they're like, okay, which makes sense, right? Because Zakynthos is literally visible from Kefalonia. A very easy ferry ride, a very easy trip there the next day. Makes sense.
Yeah.
We get to Zakynthos and they're like, okay, we're going to try again in a couple of hours to get you into Kefalonia.
Okay.
You say that, Helen, but that meant sitting for 3 hours on the flight we'd already been on for 5 hours, coming through turbulence because of the storm, which meant that at this point, plane was exclusively the scent of vomit. People all around us puking.
Oh my God.
And praying.
Oh, they didn't let you off the plane in Zante?
No.
Oh.
And for the last hour, we had been flying through a storm. There was a woman across from us who just kept going, oh! Oh, Mother of God! Oh! Oh, Mother of God! A pregnant woman behind me puking her fucking guts up. Oh! Bleh. Oh! Bleh.
Oh my
it
God.
was hell, right? Hell on earth. Ellen went into like full terror. She's scared of heights and she's scared of planes. I was more freaked out by my reaction, which was like, well, I guess we're gonna die somehow. I was so chill because I was like immediately accepting of death. Weird. She was like, you were so relaxed that it was actually disconcerting. Like it wasn't comforting because your calm was too like, the inevitable comes for us all.
You were ready for Judgment Day.
Yeah, I was like, well, I guess it's our way to go. Like what?
And a quiz is coming at the gates.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm bloody ready.
Let's get ready for Jesus. No. Oh God. Crazy. Then we sit on this, in this like, I guess, hull of repentance and vomit that people have just woken up to once we've landed in Zakynthos. And then we try again. They're like, we'll have another hurl. We'll throw ourselves at that island again. We'll see how we go. No dice.
Oh my God.
So then they're like, don't worry. We'll just reroute to Athens. Athens isn't closer
Wouldn't
to
you
Kefalonia.
just stay in Zante?
Exactly. Thank you, Helen. See how you figured that out so fast? I was like, excuse me, why aren't we just staying in Zante?
Did you put your hand up?
Yeah,
and ask?
obviously, but nobody listened.
No.
And then, in fact, the woman just said from her seat, please don't ring the bell if it's not an emergency. Which I found to be fair. And then
they figured you out.
we got to, I was like, legit. Then we get to Athens, and to be fair to them, at 1 a.m, after leaving us there for ages, they eventually are like, well, the pilot first of all says, nothing will happen as quickly as you hope.
Okay, well, there's an honesty.
I liked the pilot. I really did. He was very too honest, but I respected him. There was a real transparency there. He was right. Nothing happened as quickly as we would have liked it to, but eventually we were brought to a genuinely swanky ass hotel.
Hello.
The President Hotel in Athens. I strongly recommend it. A beautiful pool on the top of the roof, and it was just so nice. And honestly, at that point, I was just so glad to be out of the puke can that I was thrilled. But then I thought, worst case scenario now is that we have to get up at like fucking 6 a.m. for a flight that then doesn't land.
Yeah.
But actually, we got a full day. They were like, we'll take you on the 8 p.m. flight. So we got to go to the Acropolis and have a gorgeous day wandering around Athens.
Oh, actually, this is like
It
making
actually
the
didn't
best
work
of a
out.
bad situation.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It lost us a day technically, but not really because we got it in Athens and then ate beautiful food and saw history and went to the like hipster part of Athens and ate the most just like delicious food and then got our flight to Kefalonia and then it was fine.
Great. How was the Acropolis?
So big.
Yeah.
It's so big. It was so funny watching Ellen, who's this like sweet history nerd who was reading the short history of Greece on the trip.
Did she have a breakdown of the Acropolis? It's not easy for the English to be there.
No. But she was having like a really oh yeah, there was a point at which when we were going through the history of Kefalonia and I was like, do you have to fuck with everything? This is a tiny island. What did you need it for?
We didn't do some places.
What did you need it for? Like, why did it have to be? Anyway, she was like,
Brazil.
sorry everyone, sorry everyone.
Not easy.
She was in the habit though because we'd just been to an Irish wedding, so she was like, sorry everyone.
My bad. That's on me. That's on me.
Yeah, exactly. And so then, oh my God, my family are all musicians and sang loads of rebel songs and songs on the second day of the wedding, and Ellen just had to keep being like, sorry everyone.
They're good songs though.
But then we were, what was I saying? Am I all right?
You're in Athens, you're at the Acropolis, Ellen's read the history. You're all right, but you're still in Greece,
yeah.
you
And
know?
so she is like really kicking herself that she doesn't necessarily know the difference between every single historical era, like the
I don't. Greece is not my speciality.
But she's like kicking herself over like 200-year differences, however many years BC. And then this American guy walks by us and just goes, "Oh my God, there's ruins over there." Oh my God, there's ruins over there. And I was just like, you can always rely on the Yanks, can't you?
They're so funny.
They're sweet angels. I don't want to say that they are bad at history, but wow.
They're so funny.
Wow. Just to be like, oh my God, there's ruins over there. Do you mean the Acropolis? Do you mean the actual literal Acropolis?
Sweetheart, they've got cats in Europe. Sweetheart, they got coffee here too. I was one time we were, I can't remember where we were on holiday, but there were some Americans there as like a family when I was younger. And like we got talking to this American family and the mum was like, oh my God, England. Love to go to England at some point, but tell me, sweetheart, does it have any beaches? And my dad was like, it's an island. And she was like, no! An island? No way. Crazy.
I was listening to,
How?
it's astonishing. I was listening to an episode of a podcast about cults yesterday that I usually really enjoy and I think of as a fairly credible entity.
Brilliant.
And they were talking about this Scottish guy who set up a cult, the 2x2s.
Okay.
And they were like, so he set it up in Scotland and he brought lots of people over who came with him. No, the Scottish guy set it up and he brought loads of people over with him from Ireland. And I was like, wait, did I miss something? I went back. I was like, so this Scottish man set it up and he brought loads of people over with him from Ireland. And I was like, okay, I must admit, no, that's sure. Maybe he went via Ireland. Maybe that's what happened. No, they just kept referring to the Scottish man from Ireland. And I was like,
It's so charming.
It's charming, I guess, but I was like, I gotta stop listening to this.
I wish that we could keep going on about this. But Catherine, we've got a guest coming in.
Oh my God, we
and
do.
Thank God she's not American.
But she just moved here.
She's moved here, but she's Australian, so we
She
can
has
say
some hot
anything.
takes. She has some hot takes. I've seen them on Instagram.
About
We've got to ask her about her feelings on English bread.
okay.
Let's do it.
Okay,
Everyone,
amazing.
Please, welcome to the podcast. It's the wonderful
Jenny
Tian.
Tian. Woo! Woo! Welcome.
Welcome, Jenny. Hi.
Yay, thank you so much for having
Welcome.
me.
Are you well?
I'm very well. How are you two?
Good. Delighted.
I feel like you haven't acclimatized to the British yet.
No, I
I'm
haven't.
I'm gonna say it because I just had a sip of my drink.
You did.
Yeah.
Haven't had a sip out of it yet today.
Yeah.
And I said, oh my God, I forgot there's some squash in this. And
Yep.
it tastes a very weak squash. And what did you say?
I said like pumpkin squash, like that.
Sweet Jenny.
You
Sweet
haven't
Jenny.
had squash?
What's
Okay.
Isn't it pumpkin squash?
No,
what
no,
other
no,
squash
no,
is
no.
there?
So in Ireland we call it something different. In Ireland we call it dilutable. It's like stuff. You might call it juice. that you-
Cordial?
that- cordial.
Cordial.
Cordial. I love Australians so much.
Yeah, it took us so long to get there, but we got there. Yeah, that's what she means.
Oh, wow. What a weird word for it. Squash. It's
So
like-
there's a type, because it's like squashed fruit.
oh my God, that's so visceral.
It's quite violent now that you say
Ugh.
it.
Yeah. Wait, but do you guys have a word for cordial at all? Or do you always
Squash.
just refer to it as
Squash.
squash?
It's squash.
Oh my God, so violent. Wow. Cordial's like cordial. Squash is like squash.
The upper
Wow.
classes call it cordial.
Oh.
Undoubtedly,
I think
undoubtedly.
it feels like a-
undoubtedly,
I'll
yeah.
take it. I'm classy.
You're
You're
I
fancy.
like that. It's
You're
cordial to me.
fancy.
Squash for you.
Yeah, it is.
Squash.
Cordial takes so long to say, and if I may, especially in your accent,
It's fun though. Cordial.
that's I don't have that
Right?
kind of time.
For cordial.
You live in a big city now, Jenny. I don't think so.
You gotta have you have fun diluting it and everything. It
Yeah,
like
but
takes a bit cordial.
No, come on. You can't have a meeting and say cordial in the same day. That's too long.
We've just said cordial about 12 times, I reckon.
This episode is 47 hours long now. That's
We
a
will be.
fact.
Oh my God! If this episode title does not have cordial in it, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Wait, I want to talk about the big issue at hand because this isn't even the biggest issue when it comes to British things that Jenny's experiencing.
Go ahead, my babe.
When did you move here? Give us the dates.
I moved, I'd say it's been about like 4 weeks now. I moved just after Edinburgh Fringe.
Fantastic.
So, like,
Where did you
early
move
September.
from, just for the listener?
From, so I'm from Sydney, Australia, originally.
Amazing.
Yeah.
But
And then
that's
came
the
here.
city you were living in. You weren't in Melbourne.
No,
I
was not.
just met you in Melbourne and therefore assumed that that's where you're from.
No, absolutely not. I am so Sydney. Yeah.
Wow, a hard no on Melbourne.
A hard no on
Fuck
Melbourne.
Great,
no.
okay, fine.
It's like what is it like? How Edinburgh and Glasgow are like you can't mistake them for each other. That's like Sydney and Melbourne. There's like
And I
little
definitely wasn't
rivalry.
mistaking them for each other so much as like I didn't realize it was such an intense rivalry, but I'm
Yeah.
definitely excited to know about it.
Yes.
And we will get into shitting on Melbourne in a second. But before that, I've been following your Instagram, and wow, you have some issues with the bread.
I don't understand your bread here. Okay, and
Go on.
And British people so
Can you
passionate
please
about
lower
it.
your hand? Sorry, Catherine, because I do want to get into this as well, but we're just coming with fun questions. This is a loving environment. Can we all say it's a safe space? And that felt, for a question, incredibly combative.
I know that we're talking about something that's so dear to your heart, and bread is
It's dear to the nation's heart.
yeah, bread's complicated. Of course it is. But let's let Jenny tell her truth.
I'm just glad the Queen's not alive to hear this.
yeah.
Okay? That's all I'll say.
Okay.
on.
So bread in Australia is in a square. All brands of bread are in a square.
Yeah.
And they all fit in the toaster and you never have to think about it. And since I've come here to the UK, both when I was in Scotland and also here in London, the bread that they sell is all rectangular.
Yeah.
And you'd imagine that, okay, they have toasters that then adapt to the shape of this bread. And then I put the bread in and then there's the little top of it that's peeking out, which I didn't enjoy. I made a little Instagram thing. I posted about it. And the amount of comments I got from all these British people
Were
going,
any of the comments, and I'm just spitballing, were
Yeah.
any of them, hey Jenny, welcome.
Yes, thank you.
Have you considered turning it on its side?
Everyone has said
Yeah,
turn it
okay.
on its side. Everyone has said it. And I have done a response to this one as well that no one watched. No one watched this one. Everyone just watched the one where I couldn't.
No
get
one
it in
reads the
toaster.
corrections, thank you.
No.
Go on.
And then I.
What's your no? Please, you're in a public forum. What's your
Yes.
response, my love?
So I did.
I would also like a chance to respond at some point.
You can respond to the response, but we're just gonna let Jenny tell her.
No,
story.
100%. And I want to hear your trade.
This is really court, isn't it? This is you're the judge, I'm the defendant. Anyway, so the toaster that I had, the place that I was living in, I tried to turn it on its side and it wouldn't fit in unless like if I cut like a lot of the crusts off of both ends, then it could fit in. But I don't want to do that every single time. I feel like every
You're a
piece
busy
of
woman.
bread-
You have to say
Yes.
cordial today.
I have to say cordial a lot, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like, okay, from a design perspective, okay,
Yep.
bread should fit in a toaster. That's just what it should do. And I shouldn't have to like cut off crusts or like add any further steps to it. And that's
Helen,
my stance.
Can I say one thing? Because
I'm listening. I'm not
Can
doing
can
anything, so I don't even know why we're
The-
trying to
the
pacify
only
me
reason,
right
the
now.
only reason I want to say something actually is because I was with you. I was honestly, I was looking at your stories and I was like, yeah, you just don't get it. Turn it on its side. And I was like, okay, don't really know why we have this beef with the bread. I think it's fine.
It's
Not
also
really
like, what's the problem with the bread or the toaster? And I feel like we're attacking bread for something that's nothing to do with it. But yeah,
oh, that's interesting.
okay,
Well, you say
Okay,
that,
well,
but
we'll-
do you know what
we'll
really
argue about
tipped
that.
me?
go for it.
Jenny, in a sort of like, I think a real like gauntlet throwing move, a sort of like a mic drop moment, posted a picture of a sandwich maker and the bread.
Yes.
And then you realize those are also square.
Mm-hmm.
And the bread seeps over the edges of that too. So what should be a
Thank
perfect
you.
toasty just has a sort of weird mushy moat on the side. And honestly, for me, it was case closed.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I
This is
didn't
the
know I had an
validation
issue
I've
with it.
been waiting for.
I didn't know I had an issue with it, but I think the bread should be square.
Right? Everywhere else in the world, it's square, except
And
here.
can I say this? Not, I think, mentioned on your stories, which I'm now acting like was the news. But I felt like if it is square, you get more coverage of all of the spread. Harder to get up around those round edges. Do you know what I'm saying? Helen, the floor is yours. She's furious.
In this day and age
Yep.
of 2024,
Yeah.
with the cost of living crisis happening in Britain, don't know if you've heard about it. It's awful. The idea
I assume
that
Jenny's
you
paying her
want-
rent in English pounds. So yes, has
Yeah,
indeed
well,
heard of it.
God knows what she's up to. Can I say that? God knows. I don't want to judge, but like, you're at sea, my love. The idea that you'd want less for what you're paying for is mad. Like, they're giving you more bread than is required.
The loaf would
for
be
your-
longer. The loaf could be longer.
Please give me a minute. What you get there is you get to put your toast in. You can rip up the top, okay? And then you've got a little peanut butter half sandwich
What?
whilst you're waiting for your
no,
toast.
No. This argument has
The idea
fallacies.
that you need your sandwich to be square, despite the fact that you can make it square and that is an option, feels mental to me.
That's so much admin in the sandwich.
It's not
Exactly.
admin. It's just more food. Be grateful.
But it's like that. Okay, so but the thing is, the more food that you're getting is like becoming an inconvenience to you because there's that little bit at the top that's
It's
like
not
untoasted.
inconvenient. It's
It
not
is
inconvenient.
It is
If you want, then
inconvenient.
just pop it and just flip it round the toast halfway through.
Why should
That's
I have
so
to
much
think of
work.
that?
It's not so much work. How do we think that's so much work?
But also, and as a person who likes things to be symmetrical,
But
if I
there
tear
is
off a
square
bit,
bread. You can find square bread.
but if you're tearing off a bit and then you're tearing off another bit, they're not the same. Then your sandwich is uneven.
But why are you toasting the bread that you make a sandwich with?
Because it's tastier. It's tastier when you toast things, you know?
Not always. Not always.
So if you like untoasted bread, like you, who eats untoasted bread?
All the
Wait,
time?
sorry, what?
All the time.
Wait, okay, what are you making with untoasted bread?
Sandwiches.
Yeah, but sometimes, like 2 days into owning the bread, you're going to want to toast it because it just goes a little bit hard.
No, because I keep it in the freezer.
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah, that's an English thing as
that
well.
that bit, I'm like, also like, why would you do that?
Because it goes,
In the
straight in
freezer,
the toaster and it does
you
keep
have your
fresher.
bread and then you keep it in and then you put it in the toaster and then it thaws and it needs to go in twice anyway, so you're flipping it either way. It's not a big deal. It shouldn't be this much of a big deal.
Why are you
if you
screaming?
don't like
Yeah,
it in
why are
England,
your hands up,
go back
Helen?
to Australia. I don't know. I'm getting really defensive
Sorry,
right now.
Jenny, you've already told Jenny to go back where she's come from.
No,
You also
did
earlier
say
told her
that.
to be
I
grateful.
don't think I did.
It's on. I think it's on. I think we've got a podcast.
I
It's your
don't believe you
podcast.
do.
where,
Definitely note down a cut
where-
there. I'd say that would definitely be a moment to cut that.
I see how it is, Helen.
I just think like there's like You're thinking of it as like bread is just this like one square thing. We've got bagels that need to go in these toasters.
They
if
fit.
it's higher up, then it
bagels
won't
fit.
pop up enough that you'll be able to get to it.
Bagels
You've got
fit.
Pop-Tarts. Yet they fit because that design. But if it was a lot lower down, the bagel would pop up. You'd have to put your fucking hand in the toaster to get it out. Like, it is trying to accommodate so many different sizes of bread. Also, let's talk about loaves. Like, not everyone's buying sliced bread. You can get a sourdough loaf. You've got to cut it up yourself. Like, make your own choices and decisions and don't blame the tools around you.
Wow, you are really angry.
I don't know where this is coming from.
I mean,
Because part of me, I'm going to be honest, halfway through that, I was like, they've got a point. But for the sake of this and the bit, I guess, I cannot concede to it.
Helen, can I say something?
No, because I'm actually getting a bit stressed now.
I can really tell. But because whenever you do this with your boobs, it's stress time.
So I think.
It is. She holds the tits, she's thinking. It's so
God,
true.
maybe
She's
I should
like,
try that.
I don't know if it works for us with our tiny titties.
Okay, I see. It's like
She gets all her wisdom from them because there's stuff in there.
those are just so full.
But maybe we could.
I've never heard them described as full.
They're nice and full.
Your breasts are so full.
So nice and full.
There's so much happening in there.
Yeah,
Lots
that's
of
nice.
nuggets
That's nice.
of knowledge.
But what about this? What if Jenny's right and it's okay for us to admit that and not have to play devil's advocate because no one is wearing a cap here and this isn't a men's podcast?
That means my entire life to this point has been a lie.
You know what? You do sound like the entire comment sections on the
Yeah.
like pretty much everyone in the comment section is on your side, and like, who is this random Australian girl? Just get a bigger toaster.
Yeah.
So
Where are they getting their bigger toasters? What do they mean get a bigger toaster?
oh my God. I went shopping the other day for a toaster, which, look, I really shouldn't have got because it was so cheap. And the guy was like, this is a great toaster. And I just believed him.
Never
and
believe
then,
anyone.
And then I've
Sorry,
learnt
you
that
went
now.
in person to buy a toaster.
Yeah.
Like it's 1984.
I mean, like, I like going in person to get things because you can get things like instantly, you
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yes, right. Thank you so much. Are you
Same
not-
day delivery?
You just go, yeah, right. You just go and get it. But like same day delivery is like sometimes it's not on the same day. And like, what if I'm not home? You know, like
Okay.
there's
Yeah.
all these
You're busy, you're
considerations
busy. Well,
to
you'd be out
make.
buying
I'm saying
other things.
cordial.
Yeah. Yeah, buying cordial.
Where
Right.
did you go to buy the toaster?
Oh my God, it was I really shouldn't have gone in there, but it was like one of those shops that kind of sell everything.
No.
Yes!
No.
Like everything, like
Is it like sweeping brushes outside, but
Yes.
also like they hang sponges from the ceiling?
Yes.
yes, so one of those, and they're selling
yeah.
like blankets and random bits of like crockery and whatever.
Some rugs.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah,
Everything
yeah.
looks like it's made of porcelain, but when you touch it, it's plastic.
Yes,
That vibe, yeah.
yes,
You
I was
shouldn't
like-
have bought that
It's like,
toaster.
this
I love
would
those
be
shops.
great.
You should throw that away. That's
Right?
going to set your house on fire.
Okay, when I toast my bread, it smells like burning plastic.
Get
but
rid, get
it
rid.
works. It works. You know what I mean? So
And microplastics are good for you in small doses.
I don't know that that's true. I'm worried about you.
yeah,
Can
I'm
I
fine. Look
make
at
a
me.
suggestion?
Is to get an.
No, this is a welcoming to like Britain, like just
Oh,
like so.
yeah.
Number one, buy some squash at the supermarket. You're gonna be charmed by
Right.
it.
Is it
Cordial.
good? Is it
They're
really good?
really good and the flavors here are better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Peach squash Robinsons. So good.
We've spoken about it on
So
the podcast
good.
quite a bit, but we are living in a golden age of squash in the UK right
Yeah,
now.
it's
No
unreal. It's a really great
way.
time to
Damn
be
it, I
alive.
wish we'd
yeah.
known this before. I would have brought you a couple of your first bottles of
Aw.
squash.
Me too.
no
It would have been nice.
worries.
It would have been. I would have brought you a toaster. Frankly, that wasn't a habit. Go on.
Okay, you're gonna lose your mind. But if
Oh,
you need
yeah.
any other household items,
I need so
have you
many.
heard of Argos?
Oh my God. I ordered like half my stuff from Argos the other day, like my duvet,
Online?
my blanket comes online.
You've gotta go in person.
What? Wait,
You don't.
sorry.
Have to,
what?
No, you actually don't. It's the exact. if anything, it's the only place you could go to that makes ordering online somehow slower. By which I mean, you go there and then you order online in their catalogs at the desk, and
Yeah.
then you queue for a teenager who's furious and you don't know why and you'll never know why.
Okay.
To call your number, maybe they'll probably just expect you to know it on
Oh,
a
they
screen.
call a number.
And then the teenager goes receipt, and then you hand them your receipt that you got from another machine.
Yeah.
And he honestly throws whatever you've ordered at your face, and you try to catch it. That's
And
violence.
it comes
And you
from
love it?
underground,
You-
and you
you
don't
love
get to
this?
see it until you've bought it.
Oh, you don't get to like feel.
No.
No, you're in a doctor's surgery. You're in a waiting room.
Of
where you,
just catalogs, you type in a number, you write it down if it's available,
it's awful.
Whoa.
and then they call you, and the item comes from underground.
And the teenager throws
It's
it
like
at you.
Harry Potter.
Oh no,
you
sweet
don't
angel,
see it.
no, it's not. It's not at all like Harry Potter. It's like
It's just like Harry Potter.
no.
you love this for some reason.
It's really fun because you just don't know until it appears.
oh,
like,
and
you
that's but you
just-
just spent a lot of money on
Doesn't
this.
matter.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's the risk
yeah.
that
I
makes you
feel
feel
like
alive.
you love gambling.
Oh yeah, big time. We gotta watch her. She's big into Bitcoin at the moment. You gotta
Oh
watch.
my
that
Not
girl.
Bitcoin, Solana.
My apologies.
Forgive it.
But Jenny, wait. 4 weeks in, what the hell else have you found out about London? What are you enjoying? What are you liking? What are the pros? What are the cons?
I love your supermarkets.
Thank you.
There's so much variety and
Thank
like
you.
a healthy level of competition. So they're competitive in terms of their
Yes.
pricing.
Yes.
And I love the little hierarchy that goes on. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like okay, so like Lild is like really, really cheap from what I
Little?
yeah, little.
Little.
Yes,
I
little.
love that you said little because that's also cute and adorable. But yes,
I didn't understand their logo. It was like tilted
it's very
and everything.
confusing.
I'm
No,
like,
it's really everything here is confusing. When I first got here, I was like, It took a while. It's completely reasonable. That is fine. Okay, it's very cheap, but the staples are really good in there.
yeah, I've yet to go there because it looks
It's
so cheap.
Really good for like rice. Really good for
Okay.
wine.
Okay.
Really good for
Clothes.
basics. No,
Wait,
disagree.
they
disagree.
sell clothes.
Okay, no, but
in
what
a
they do have.
supermarket?
Okay, so what
Yeah.
Lidl has, what it's famous for, is it's a thing called its middle aisle,
Yeah.
and the middle aisle is honestly anything.
Oh, it's like a bargain bin type thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my
But
god.
I'm talking like, you'll be like, ooh, a pram.
Yeah.
Ooh, a wetsuit.
Oh, I see.
Ooh,
Is it like
a
Aldi?
lawnmower.
Exactly
like
like
that Aldi,
Aldi.
Yeah, yeah,
that bargain
yeah.
bin in
Yeah.
the middle. Oh, that's so
Am I thinking of Aldi with
good.
the middle aisle? Is that the one who
I
has-
don't know. I think they both have it.
It's astonishing.
Wow, a competitor to Aldi. I
Yeah,
love
it's
this.
really
Oh my
exciting.
god,
They're
really
both
exciting.
Yes.
German supermarkets,
Yeah.
and I don't think this is true, but I got told that they're German brothers that went two different ways, and one brother owns it one, and one brother owns the other one. But that can't be true,
No,
can it?
that's not true. It's that one of the brands, and I'm not sure which, but I think it's Lidl, has split into north and south. So it is, depending on which country you're in or city you're in, you are in one of two types of Lidl. There are two types. and they're
No,
run by
there's two
different-
types of Lidl.
Yeah, because they had an argument over whether or not they sold cigarettes. Is that what the difference
Oh,
was?
that's
Fuck
so
up.
dramatic.
I believe is the so yeah. I think that's the
Wait,
difference.
you keep talking. I'm so googling this.
Okay, but what
Yeah.
has become your go-to supermarket?
Okay, so
Can I guess? Can I guess? Can
Oh
I guess?
yes.
Where do you live? Don't
Um,
dox yourself. Just tell me like north, south,
North,
east, west.
north.
Okay, I'm gonna say Sainsbury's.
Yes.
Nice. It's always the most convenient and it has everything you're probably gonna need.
It has everything.
Yeah.
And I fell in love with the Sainsbury's strawberries when I was in Scotland.
They're really good, huh?
They're really
yeah,
good.
they're really good. I'm afraid we are coming to the end of that good
Oh
season.
my god,
I know, I'm sorry.
I had a punnet of Sainsbury strawberries the other day, and I wanted to cry because I was like, "What's happening?
They're
this
incredible.
Tastes so gross.
Oh no, it's because is it starting to get the white
They're
tips?
white,
Yes,
and then they
'cause-
taste like sour and
yeah, they're sort of
unripe.
GMs.
Yes.
I'm afraid at
Oh
this
my
point,
god.
yeah. You've
why?
missed the summer.
Why
It's
would I
over.
come here if
At
you
the
guys
end
don't
of the
have the
summer.
strawberries?
It was actually crazy of you to come here at the end of the summer, having come from the winter.
You're about to lose your mind for our Satsumas, though.
That's so true.
And
Oh
our
my god, they get
clementines.
so
Satsumas.
like mandarins, like small oranges.
Oh, but they're different to mandarins?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
what?
don't know how, but they are.
they're just different types of fruit, but they're like a different plant, I assume. But they're so good. Clementines, so good.
Okay.
So good.
Okay.
You're gonna have a great
Okay,
time. Those get
alright.
really good. Also, what else is going to be in season that's going to be delightful?
You were talking about meal deals with me.
Oh my god, I
earlier.
love meal deals. I love meal deals.
Christmas meal deals.
Oh, Christmas
Oh my
meal
God,
deals.
yeah,
I'm
it goes
so
like turkey and stuffing
keen. I'm
sandwiches.
so excited. I
Yeah.
love everyone here says.
I'm obsessed with this. It's so nice.
I love meal deals. Well, everyone says that oh, meal deals are so bad because they used to be like £3 and that was so cheap. And I'm like, £5 is incredibly cheap.
It's a good deal.
Are you kidding me? For a snack, a nice little snack with so much variety, a meal, like a main, and then a drink as well.
Can you please say snack again with that level of enthusiasm?
Snack.
Yes.
I love it. I love a snack, right?
Personal question: which
Yeah.
meal deals have you tried so far?
And what are you picking?
Oh,
As said snack.
okay.
Heavy on the K.
Oh
Snack.
my God. So, okay, for my drink, I love, oh my God, the logo is like this little smiley face.
Innocent.
Yes, and it's like the blue green flavor of it. I really
Really?
like that one.
Wow.
And then I really like for a snack, I love fruit. It makes me feel like I'm being really healthy.
That's
and
nice.
then-
That's so sweet. Wait, what are we talking? Like little punnets of grapes? Little boxes
Oh,
of grapes?
I love when okay, so I've noticed that the strawberries in those snack packs aren't the greatest.
They're too wet.
Yeah, so it would be like the apple and like bit of grape.
Yeah, nice,
I like
nice.
that combo.
I love when I don't have to do any actual like biting of the apple. It's already cut up. Yes,
it's
please.
all cut
yes,
up.
Please.
I'm
yes,
so
please.
lazy.
Yes,
It's
please.
so
Yes,
good.
please.
It tastes better. I don't know why.
I completely agree with you. I'm about to blow your mind with a better option in a second, but go
No!
on. Yeah, go
Oh my
on.
God. Okay. And then I love what have I had? I really like the Caesar the wrap.
My housemate's addicted to chicken bacon Caesar wraps.
Yes,
Yeah, he
yes.
puts them in the microwave. He takes them home
What?
and heats it up in the microwave and then eats it.
That's disgusting.
I know, because it's like hot mayonnaise sort of a thing. But he's
I'm
like,
curious,
he
though.
swears by it.
I don't
Okay.
like that.
I'm curious. I want to try it.
Do you want to come over?
Yeah,
you
I'll
can,
come
you can
over.
both heat up your wraps
Imagine
together.
if that's Jenny and Sunil's meet cute and then they marry.
Yes.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that would be so nice.
More mayonnaise.
That's oh no, that's wrong.
Yeah.
But okay, so did you know? Have you been to a Waitrose yet?
Oh, I think I went to
It's posh.
one time and it felt very posh.
It's very
I
posh.
felt a little bit out of place at that
Yeah,
one.
no,
I'm
listen,
not
me
gonna
too.
lie.
I would
I
never shop
don't.
there.
I
I'd never shop
love
there.
it.
Oh, you guys.
Well, what
My
they-
hometown had a Waitrose, and the only nightclub in town is below the Waitrose.
Phenomenal.
That's how
Oh.
like fucking fancy.
So what I like about Waitrose is they do a kids meal deal.
What?
That is honestly like the stuff of dreams
Talk
because
to
we're
us.
talking cheese and ham or ham sandwiches that are cut up into quarters, crust off sometimes.
God.
Adorable. The snack options are absolutely divine. We're talking palm bears, right? We're talking cute little fruit packets. We're talking, it's just like, it's maybe there was like a little packet of, I feel like it's Waitrose though. I feel like there was a tiny packet of quite a bougie sweet. Maybe it was those kitten ones.
Candy kitten.
But maybe I'm imagining that. It's just, honestly, they're so beautifully made. It's like if you had a trad wife for a mom. Do you know that kind of energy? It's like really gives like, I thought about you, dear. Like you'd expect to find a note in there with your name
Oh
on.
my God. I
It's
need
so
that.
you have to go there. It's really good.
yeah.
It's really, really good. It's
My mum's
a
away.
strong
I'd love
recommend.
it.
So are
yeah.
you doing like Sainsbury's, Tesco, Boots?
Yes.
Okay.
Not Boots
Not even
for a meal
Boots.
deal.
Not even.
No,
is
Boots
it
is
Boots a
fine.
chemist?
It's rough.
It's also a meal deal.
The
place.
meal deal's rough. I will never say a bad word about Boots. I adore them. It's my favorite place to do a big shop.
It's incredible.
Yeah. Okay.
I absolutely love it. If you ever want to go and get like your essentials, I'm your girl. I absolutely love that place. But
Yeah.
I don't think it's the place you buy your meal deal from.
You're fucking mental.
Sorry,
I'm
Marks and Spencer's
Yeah,
exists.
I feel like you shop at all these places with like a bit too much variety. You know, like the clothes in that supermarket, and then now like you're shopping for your food at a chemist. Like,
yeah, I do agree.
I get my drugs at Topshop.
it's been closed for
I like
7
my
years.
sandwiches from my chemist, and I like my clothes from a supermarket. And I'm sick of this. I'm sick of being attacked.
Sorry.
They in Boots, if you like the wraps, the chicken wraps,
Yeah.
they do a. Have you ever had Coronation chicken?
wait, what's Coronation chicken?
It's
like a 1980s
incredible.
British
It's
mom's
famously not
cuisine.
1980s. It was designed for Queen Elizabeth II.
It's from the
Coronation.
1980s.
Okay.
Why would
Okay.
they make a dish called Coronation
Helen,
chicken?
because I'm explaining your
in the
culture to Jenny.
80s?
It's from the 80s.
Okay.
Thank
okay.
you.
I think it's
Yeah.
famously from 1952, I'd say.
Jenny, it's from 1980.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And it's chicken cooked.
pissed off.
And I'm not pissed off. I'm
She's
not
so
pissed
easy
off.
to make
I'm
annoyed.
genuinely not. I'm actually really. What is wrong with me today? I'm
Are you
so
premenstrual?
angry. No, I finished.
Really?
I'm like 3 days post.
This is you light. This is you light and happy.
No, that's okay, baby girl. That's okay.
You're pissing me off.
I really
Both of
know.
you are
I
pissing me
know.
off.
I know. I'm sorry.
No, you're not. You're smiling.
yeah, I'm not sorry.
I'm smiling because I kind of want you. I'm hoping it'll make you stop, like with the baby, like ah. hey.
I want you to try Coronation chicken. It's okay. I'm calm. I'm calm.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
not
calm.
attacking you.
Yeah.
I love having you here.
Yeah,
and
thank you.
I love that you're having these experiences.
Yes.
And I'm sorry about the bread thing. I think I got a bit. It's me and bread are very close.
I
and
see.
I think I was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Well, that's sorry, Jenny. You don't even understand what's just happened. Is like we're episode 152. I think that's the first time I've ever seen Helen voluntarily, without being told to apologize to a guest, and she needs to apologize. You get it every week.
Sorry.
That was like the
Sorry. Sorry.
It's like with an eye roll. Sorry.
Can I?
And I didn't mean it.
No, and we could tell.
Think
But
about
can I make a last ditch pitch for?
Coronation chicken.
Well, no, if you're a meat eater, and I gather that you are,
I am.
and I haven't had one in like 12, 14 years. But I used to go mad for, and I see that it's still on sale, so it must still be popular. The hoisin duck in Marks and Spencer's.
Oh.
Is it in any way authentic? No. Is it fucking delicious? Yes.
Okay, I'm keen.
It's
I'm keen.
astounding. Spring
Yes.
onion, a little bit of cucumber. Don't mind if we
Ooh.
do. Yes.
That's
It
fancy.
is honestly delicious.
Okay, all right, I'm taking that. And what's this coronation chicken?
Thank you.
Okay.
Cooked chicken, mayonnaise, curry powder, sultanas, and a bit of apricot.
Oh.
Don't. You thought about it.
Why did I ask?
The trick is not to think about it. And when my granny made it when I was little, she'd also cover it with sliced grapes.
Sorry, what?
Like
What?
she'd cut grapes in half and cover the whole dish with
Why?
it, and that would be like our
No.
side.
No.
I got so addicted to it. My cousin Sophie listens to this and she'll be like, you've got to tell them. So I'm telling them. I used to buy pots of it for like sandwich stuffing pots. Do you remember from Sainsbury's where you can get like pre-made egg mayo, pre-made like pate or whatever?
Yeah, you can if you like can't be arsed to like so much as cook an egg.
Yeah.
You could
Which
just
I
buy
think
the
is
pre-cooked
too,
egg
you
mashed
can't
up
be
with.
fucked to pull the bread off, so like whatever. And I would just sit there and eat it. Just tubs of coronation chicken. I loved it so much.
With the raisins and apricots in that bit.
Yeah.
What is it? You like sweet and salty?
I don't know.
Together?
Em just did the loudest sigh. She sounded like she was being deflated. She just went,
That was like
I will say this. I used to eat, my Marks and Spencer's tub was the tuna sweet corn mix that I used to put on their black pepper crackers.
Ooh.
And I would just
Oh, so we're
eat the
fine with
whole
that.
pack. It
That
was so
makes
good.
sense.
It's-
What is this?
This is
What are your
crazy.
taste buds?
I'm so annoyed I have to run off straight after this because I really want to take you to Boots because there's one just there
There is one just there.
and you can get a triple coronation chicken wrap. It's not just two, it's free. It's free of them and that's included
Oh,
in the
God.
regular meal
I
deal.
don't like
I
that.
will try a little bit of everything because you know what I tried in Scotland the pork and the apple sauce and that apparently is like tradition for them. They're
It's
like-
tradition for most people in the UK, pork with apple sauce.
That's a
yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Everyone loves that though. I didn't like it, but
didn't
like
like
the
it?
sweet and the savory seems to be like a thing
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
So
yeah.
maybe
But that makes sense. Like pork and pineapple is a thing in a lot of cuisines.
yes,
like I
true,
think
true,
I feel like
same
it is
about
a
sour pork.
thing.
Hawaiian
Yeah.
pizza.
Yeah, but wait, why sliced up grapes?
Just on top is like a decoration garnish.
Oh my god.
It's really bad. It's really
Oh
bad.
my god!
I know.
You know what I tried here that I was like, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to
Go
be, and I really
on.
judged it. The
Englishmen.
Wait, what?
I said Englishmen. What did you
Oh,
say?
okay. Though I have opinions about them. But anyway, the jellied eels.
I've never had it.
Did you do it? I've never had it.
I actually didn't mind it. I thought it was
Fair play
pretty
to you.
nice. I liked it.
Talk me through it. What is it?
It's exactly what it sounds like. So it's like eels that they cook up and then they slice them up and then they have like this like salty jelly that's like mixed in with it.
Jenny, no.
And it's pretty good.
No,
it kind
behave.
of like this jelly kind of tastes like ham, right? So it's like got this saltiness and it's jelly, so it's fun to
Did you get
chew.
this from like a? That's horrific to me. Did you get this from like a chippy?
What is
No,
that?
a
A
pie.
pub?
It's a pie shop.
Oh, is
they
it a
do
pie
them in,
shop?
yeah.
Okay.
Is that a pie shop? I guess I was in one of those. It felt like a pub, but they sold food.
I feel like it would be a pie
I'm
shop. Pie shops
obsessed
do
with
jelly
it.
eels.
I'm obsessed with you because the way you just said that it's like a pub but they sold food, which all pubs do, just makes me think that like you every day is going to be such an adventure for you.
Every day is amazing.
Like it's going to be so like if you were like this pub sells food, then wait until you see the things they're up to. Like this chemist sells sandwiches. You are going to absolutely lose your mind.
God, you should see it every single day. I'm like, oh my god, a squirrel! This place is amazing. I'm like Snow White, just discovering everything.
The squirrels are good. They're
Yeah.
getting confident, but they're
Yes,
good.
yeah,
yeah,
they
yeah.
are.
yeah.
They're, and then they dig with their for their
I
little
know, they're
nuts
so
and
cute.
stuff.
cute.
I'm like, this
They're
place
so
is
cute.
amazing.
Have you seen the
Yeah.
foxes?
I've seen the
They're
foxes.
incredible.
I have a question. Have you come to live with other Australians? Are you living with
I'm,
English people?
I'm living with a bunch of random comedians, but they're
Are you?
lovely.
Good
They're
for
the best
you.
people.
English comics?
I think they're like they're people that have like, you know, I guess done comedy in other places and then moved to London.
Have you all
Yes.
moved at the same time?
I don't think so. I'm the latest to join in, but they're a good crew.
Like in the same
That's
block as
so
them, like
nice.
Pravanya and Erica Ayla and like that crew.
They all live in your in
Yeah.
your area?
Yeah, well, we're in the same like flat basically. I feel like I'm in Friends. That's what it
Yeah,
feels like.
yes.
I'm Rachel. I've just joined in the crew.
That's so
I'm meeting
great.
everyone.
Did you show up
Yeah.
in a wedding dress? No explicable reason. It's raining. Hi. That's amazing.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's
Oh my
so
god,
good.
you moved to London with the squirrels and the jelly deals, and you're like, it's like Friends. And you're
It's
like, kind of,
so
I guess, if it was
good.
in London. That's so.
It's so good, and
nice.
everyone else here is like, I hate London.
I
love
I'm
London.
So sad all the time, and I'm like, this place is beautiful. You guys.
Yeah, I actually
don't
love
get it.
London. I really do.
Right?
I actually wish the people who hated London would move out of London so the prices wouldn't be so high.
Yes,
just fuck off. Yeah, just like if
please.
you don't like it,
It's
just
so
I
leave.
want to
Please.
take you something special, like take you somewhere on a little trip.
But don't you think we could blow her mind with pretty simple stuff?
I think you
No
honestly
offense.
could.
Don't you
your,
reckon?
like, yeah, probably like a museum.
I'd
would probably
love
do
a
it. Have you been to any of them
museum.
yet?
Well, I mean, like, I did do the British Museum just to be like, what is,
That's
what are all the
fine.
stolen
You gotta go see your
artifacts?
stuff.
I gotta
Yeah,
see
yeah,
it.
sure, go
I
see
gotta
your own
see
We've
it.
got Cleopatra's mummy there. Like, fucking
Yeah.
enjoy yourself.
It's a lot, and then I haven't done very much at all. Like for someone that's been here for 4 weeks now, like I've just done like the classic. Like I've seen Big Ben. I've
Yes.
seen London Bridge, which is kind of
London Bridge is just the
ugly.
bridge.
Yeah.
Tower Bridge is
Tower
the
Bridge
good
is
one.
quite
one.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's nice.
And just like the classic things, but I haven't gone to like Notting Hill yet.
Jenny,
I
you gotta
know.
go.
I've gone to the Beatles crossing. I've taken a photo
Abbey
there.
Road.
Abbey
Nice.
Road.
So
Which,
nice.
you know, no one tells you that everyone is doing exactly the same thing there. And
They
they're all
are.
just crossing the road, just
I learned
trying
to
get the
drive
perfect
around
photo.
there, and it was just constantly like, no, because I was slow to start off as well. So then I like the adventure.
So the
Yeah.
worst street to London.
Truly
drive
hell,
on,
hell.
The Beatles
Yeah,
crossing.
hell.
You really learn patience there, don't
You
you?
do deeply,
Yeah.
deeply. Oh my god, you're gonna have such a good time. So, what's the plan? Staying to do comedy here?
For a little bit. For a
Yes,
little bit at
Jenny.
least. Yes. And then like back to Australia to do like the tours there and everything.
course.
But yeah, staying here for the next little while.
Are you doing the show that you did in Edinburgh in London?
Yes, I am.
When are you doing it?
I'm doing it September 27th to 29th. Which is like
Lush.
Friday to Sunday. Yes.
Where are you doing it?
Next
At-
week, everyone get tickets
Next
right
weekend.
now.
Where are you
Yes,
going?
I'm at the Underbelly Boulevard.
Where's that?
Soho, apparently. I've not been
Oh my god,
inside
it is! It's the
before.
new venue in Soho. In Soho,
Shut the
it's
fuck
like
up.
it's like I wish I could remember the street. Do you remember the street? Is it Dean Street?
No, but it looks like they have a lot of like circus and like, you know, big performances type
Sick.
things in there. Like it looks very lush, basically.
In Soho.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
new underbelly venue.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah, so it looks like really, really cool. I haven't been in it yet, but I'm very
obsessed
excited.
with this for you.
This is so exciting.
Yes, yes.
Oh, go see Jenny. She's so good at stand up. I had to be on bills with you in Australia and was like, oh my God, how do we
No,
follow this?
stop
So
You're
good,
amazing.
so good, so
You're
good.
amazing.
They're
You're
gonna
both
love you.
They're gonna love
amazing.
you.
I saw both of your shows in Edinburgh and I was like,
No,
You're
because
so
they were
nice.
fucking mingers. We're actually mingers.
But I also think if
That's
you
the
like
thing.
our stand up that you will like Jenny. I think we all have a relatively like there's a vein of anxious woman.
oh, yeah.
Don't you
Really?
think? Don't
Yeah,
you think
maybe,
that we
I'd
all
say,
live in?
yeah.
It's a neighborhood we all frequent. No.
Yes.
Why am I
100%.
panicking? Well, I think it's true. I think if you like us, you'll like Jenny's stand up. Okay, so those are the good things. What's the bad apart from the bread?
Oh my God. Okay.
Are you doing okay without your family?
Oh my God.
Oh no, forget that.
Wait,
you have
no,
another
I was
thing.
gonna. I haven't even thought about my family. I'm like, I'm just happy to get some freedom.
Squirrels!
Dude,
Squirrels are my family
okay,
now.
the tube. Taking the tube, and then for the first time yesterday, I was warned this would happen, but I blew my nose, and then it was like black.
Yeah.
I was like, sorry, what? Like, oh my God,
Yeah.
that's so gross. And you guys just like live like this, like it's normal. That's
Yeah.
like in your lungs and in your
Yeah,
nose. That's
sorry, baby girl.
so gross.
But also, can we talk about how when you say sorry, what? That is so much more dramatic and incredible in an Australian accent, isn't it? Sorry, what? No, it is horrendous. It's horrendous. And
I am so used to it.
Me
I
too.
Do not
What?
even think
I
about
can't remember the
it.
last time I
No.
registered it. Like, that's how, yeah.
Oh my god.
You could wear a
so
mask.
dark.
But it's like so convenient.
That's the thing.
that I'm like, I kind of got to take it and I just kind of got to do it. And
Yeah.
then like breathe all the fresh air that I can in the parks when I'm up.
Yeah.
Over
when you're with
ground.
And
squirrels.
it's not even that fresh.
It's
No,
not.
it's not.
really not.
I'm really sorry.
Yeah, what else? The roads are only one lane. Like they're really narrow. I'm like, this is
Yeah.
London. Like I just thought it would be like, you know, like big city vibes.
But it's built for horses.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's so like narrow, and so if one
crazy.
person's slow, then everyone's just slow. Like that's so inefficient.
I'm going to take you on
I
a day
love
trip to
you.
the M25 and you are going to lose your fucking
What is that?
mind.
Is that where James
No,
Bond
what?
is?
You don't need to know anything.
Helen, if I may, maybe
don't
I
need
should
to know
come because
anything.
you don't drive, so
We'll
that'd be
walk
mad.
to it. We'll walk it.
Is that a highway?
Yeah.
You're gonna, but in the shape of a circle. You're gonna lose your fucking mind.
It's confusing.
Okay, all right, okay.
It is gorgeous.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Yeah.
love it.
Whenever you say something's great, I don't know, you're like, yeah, there's this delicious thing called like Coronation chicken.
Yeah, it's from the 80s. You remember it. It's tough. It's tough out there. Oh my gosh. And so have you started gigging here?
I've started gigging.
Yes.
The gigs are so good and everyone is so nice. Like,
No,
gigged
Jenny, can
together
I
last
just
night.
say,
Yeah.
no, that's because you're good.
no, people are
is.
nice.
Well, I will, two things. One, you're very good at stand-up.
Oh, that's
Two,
so nice.
and I'm sorry to shit on Melbourne, but I do think that in Melbourne, the audiences are, and it wasn't an issue in Sydney, but in Melbourne, I found the audiences really, really hard on female comics.
I find in Melbourne, there's a thing.
Here we
Oh,
go.
God, I shouldn't say this because
I probably shouldn't say it, but
it's my biggest sales. But let's start with, I love Melbourne.
yeah.
I
Oh my god, me
love
too, me too.
Melbourne.
Messina ice
love
cream is
Melbourne.
honestly worth the flight
Yes,
alone.
thank
It's
you.
amazing.
Oh
It's
my
the best
God,
city
your
ever. I
favourite
love
band,
it.
Sydney.
So good.
Okay.
Yes, it's around Australia. Did you try Messina?
Yeah, of course.
I had a different flavour every single day of the entire month long
Right?
festival.
It's so good, and then they have like special flavors as well that they change up
It's
every
phenomenal.
season. It's amazing. But there's a thing where because they're so artsy, and in a way they're like London, where they see stuff all the time because
Yeah.
their weather's miserable, and they need somewhere. They need to do something. They
So
need like
funny to call
hobbies.
Melbourne weather miserable because we were like, this is heaven.
I was there in my puffer jacket, like the warmest.
You're
thing
crazy. I
owned.
wore summer dresses every single
Are
day.
you
You're mad. But
serious?
I
go
was
on.
naked
Oh
for
my
most of it.
Yeah, honestly.
Oh my god!
Famously, that's more of a Sydney thing for you. But go on.
And then like they.
Sorry. Go on.
Sorry, that's not. It's not even worth explaining.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
I'll just move past that.
Please.
Thank you.
And they watch it like art. We love art, but it's like it's a comedy show. Like have fun, but they're really like
Yeah.
art.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think the thing about Britain is that there's a much bigger, or at least more on the surface, drinking problem.
Oh,
And that means that they just are more raucous at comedy venues. It's
we
awesome.
love it.
They're just drunker. They're just drunker. They're
Let's
up
get
for
the
it.
Irish and the
Yes.
Australian to talk about how the British have a drinking problem.
Where do you think we got
State
ours
of you,
from?
loves. Fucking state of you.
Where do we think we got ours from? But yeah, they're just up for it, aren't they? Here, they're really up for it.
They're
yeah.
so up for it. And then like a lot of the time when the audience calls something out, it's actually pretty funny.
Yes.
I'm like, that is actually quite
Do
good.
not do it to me though.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
I
It's not
love that you
encouraged.
think that.
but-
That's like that's actually how I feel about most Irish audiences. Like honestly, if an
my
English
God,
person
Irish
interrupts me,
people
I'm
are
like,
so
don't you dare. If
Yeah.
an Irish person does it, I'm like, this will be a great story. Go on.
Yeah.
Let me get
Yeah.
a seat. This is gonna be great.
Irish
Yeah,
people
it's
are
so nice.
funny. And then like, yeah, the audiences are like, they're just like up for it immediately. Most of them, you know how, okay,
Yeah.
at the beginning of a show, the MC would go like, oh, who's been here before?
Yeah.
And in Australia, it would be guaranteed no one. And then you can make a joke about that and be like, well,
Really?
no one's come here. That says a lot about this club. But here people actually return to
Yeah.
the same comedy night. I'm like, wow, people
Yeah.
come back to see
People
comedy.
return to the point where you're like, oh my God, when was I last here? What did I
Yes.
say?
Yeah.
Like, I need to mess
Yes.
it up. I need to mess it up.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're
That's
just brilliant. I
weird.
think there's a huge love of comedy in this country. We're so lucky. I don't think we realize how lucky we are.
Yes,
It's like
so
real appreciation of
lucky.
it.
And then
Yeah.
like I talk to other comedians about it, and they're like, London's not that great. And I'm like, it's the best.
You're like,
thing ever.
I saw a squirrel on my way here, and that man's been to the comedy club before. Wait, till I get out
I
my
can buy
Coronation
a
chicken.
toaster.
But wait, what's your favorite place that you've gigged so far?
Oh my God, I've loved Angel Comedy. That was
Yes,
so
it's sick.
beautiful. I was
We love
thinking
Angel.
about it.
Yeah.
It's so lovely. What else did I do that was fun? Last year I was here for a little bit. I did Backyard. That was nice.
Nice.
That was fun. Where else? Oh, when I was in I was in Glasgow for a little bit. I did The Stand.
Heaven.
Yeah.
That room
Heaven.
is like
Electric.
so good.
It's
and then
gorgeous.
They just it's like I went on their like new material night. Like
Yeah,
they just
raw.
they they just have like so many people in the room, and then you're just doing new material to them.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Like,
Jenny, you are honestly a breath of fresh air, and I think all comics should have a conversation with you. Like that's not that it's your job, but I feel like you
Yeah.
should go around like an Australian fairy godmother just to reinvigorate every British
Yes.
comic with an appreciation for how lucky we are and a lot of love again.
Exactly.
I want to see the world through your eyes.
Yes, I mean, like, you guys, this is really, really good because, like, in Australia, also, okay, so the stage time is, not to take over too much with comedy chat, but the stage time is like,
Please.
so you start with, at open mics, when you start out, you get 4 minutes so they can fit more people on the bill,
Jesus.
which is why, like, you see Australians, they're like, so, like, they get straight to it and it's like, boom, like, short, snappy, like, you got to just get into the jokes. So 4 minutes, and then if you're good, you can move on to like 5 to 7. And then when you've been doing it for like a few years and you're like good and stuff, then you would be able to get 10s. And then from there, it's kind of hard to move up beyond that unless you're emceeing or headlining. And the headliner is usually like quite experienced, like does a lot of TV, that sort of stuff, or like just extremely good at comedy, like great club comic. And then that's it. And they're usually doing like 15 or so maybe at the very end.
What?
Yeah. So like here, I'm like, I get to do 20 minutes. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then
It
when,
takes me 5 minutes to say hello, Jenny.
exactly right. And then when I go back to doing 10s now, I'm like, oh my God, this feels short. Like, this is amazing.
I've got to do 8 minutes tonight and I'm shitting myself.
No,
So I'm like,
how are you
how am
gonna
I going to
do
do 8
That's
minutes?
barely time for me to get on stage.
I'm just gonna dance the whole time.
Nice.
I'm like, how do I
Really
do
nice.
this?
Oh my God, welcome. Well, I'm now more excited about comedy because we talked to you about comedy here, and that's heaven on earth. I'm
And
so
weve
much
also
better
got
for
to
it.
do a problem, but we've run out of time.
Oh my
No,
God.
we can do it. We
We,
can do
we
it.
do,
Okay.
we could do it.
Okay,
We're
okay.
gonna do the quickest problem solve ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go.
Yeah. M. I'm going to solve this in one sentence, and then Jenny's going to do the next sentence, and Catherine's going to do the third sentence, and that will be the solve.
Okay, fantastic.
Like a game. You know,
Like
that
an
one,
like
like
an
improv.
improv game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're ready.
Okay, Anne Bauer School of Drama. Let's go.
Did you go to drama school?
Anne Bauer School of
No
Drama.
way. Is that, I don't know
My
what
mum
that is.
run it from our living room.
Stop.
Yeah.
That's
It's like
amazing.
Rada Lambda Anne Bauer School of Drama in
my
Britain. I'll tell you
God.
more
Okay,
about
okay,
it.
okay,
It's
yep,
like
yep.
huge. Judy Dench went.
No.
No
Oh
joke.
my God.
Jenny,
Before my mum took
we
it over.
have to work on your levels of gullible because you're so sweet and precious, and London will ruin you.
I'm like, I
ruin
believe
you.
everyone all the time. You seem like a trustworthy person.
No.
Oh, actually, no.
No.
Speaking of gullible, sorry to be derailed. I got my phone snatched the other day. Anyway,
I fully believe that.
Yeah.
But are you okay?
I'm okay. I mean, I got it back. I ran after the guy.
This never happened.
Apparently, I shouldn't have done that.
No, you should.
but-
This is
but,
awesome.
Yeah, no, I ran and then I
No,
yelled.
we're not encouraging anyone to
And then
chase
you
someone
yelled?
down.
And then I yelled, and then all the people on the street heard me yelling, and then they helped me corner the guy, and then the guy just like gave it back, and then I got my
incredible.
phone back. Yeah, so I mean, gullible, and also I should have known because he was wearing a ski mask in broad daylight, but I was
Yeah.
just like, he's obviously off to like rob a house. He's not going to bother me.
He's
on his way to work.
He's just cold. He's just chilly, and he's just trying to travel on the pavement on a motorbike.
Right? I'm like,
Sorry,
I can't
Jenny.
assume.
That is the coolest story I've ever heard. I know that you think the message of that is that you're gullible, but I think it makes you sound like a badass. Not that anyone else should do it, but that's so badass.
Oh, thank you so much.
Also, only Snow White could get the whole village involved to be like,
I know.
everyone get that dog.
you have to stop him right now.
I've seen streets people just watch. Just like,
100%.
and how do I know that?
Wait,
Because
really?
I'm also like,
I just love the idea that you saw a man in a balaclava and we're like, he's going to work and stealing houses.
I'm
Not
like,
bothering me.
He's not going to bother me. It's fine. Everything
right.
works out for me. Anyway, this problem.
Incredible.
we've got to
Go
do it.
on.
We've got to
Okay,
do
we've got to
it.
do the problem.
Okay, this is from E.
Hi, E.
Hi Hogs, long time listener, first time emailer. For context, I'm a very sociable, extroverted person and I value my friends very highly. I'm also the most organised of the group, so I'm usually the one planning get-togethers.
Slay.
My group of friends is a mixture of men and women, and the boys are always very grateful for any planning/organising I do. Unfortunately, the girls are less so. My two closest female friends don't seem to prioritise me like I do them. I'm always the one hosting, suggesting we go out, have girls' nights, etc., and they very
Stop.
rarely do the same.
Is it E? Is it Emma Black?
Potentially.
Fuck.
It absolutely could be.
I will respond to the message about the Mamma Mia party, Emma, and I'm sorry I haven't booked the perfume making. I thought I had, but I hadn't.
We're gonna solve it in one sentence, yeah.
Whoops.
I'm not the perfect friend by any means, but it's starting to upset me that I don't feel loved by them in the same way that I try to appreciate them. I don't mind organising get-togethers, etc. I always enjoy hosting, but there have also been last-minute cancellations because other offers have popped up. Please let me know how I can navigate this. Side note, I hate confrontation, so the idea of saying something to them about this makes me want to jump in a well. Any advice would be greatly appreciated. Thank you, E.
I can't. Right.
I have a thought.
No, with the 3 sentences.
No. I think we should very briefly let Jenny answer this because, sweet baby angel, this feels like you're a sweet enthusiast who always organises things.
Get new friends.
Yes.
You're not being appreciated enough. These friends are like clearly prioritizing other things, and if you're the one that's putting in the effort and they're not seeing that and appreciating it, get new friends. That's what I think.
I love that from Jenny.
Quickly message Emma Blackburn. Let's do this.
I was going to say a sort of halfway house to that, which is stop. Just stop. You don't have to necessarily get new friends, although I think you should probably also do that. But because at the very least, because actually I cancel a lot and I can't always attend things because of the work that I do. And I think it's good to have a varied group of people to hang out with so that those don't hurt you quite so much. But also I just think stop and then see what happens, because you might be surprised. I am always the first person, for example, in my house to like, I don't think the girls would deny this, to like say refill things. Like I'll notice things are gone the second they're gone. I'll notice a bin is full the second it's full. But I think I then take on this persona where I'm like, I'm always the person who does everything. We went on holidays, came back. The salt was restocked. The soap was refilled. The loo roll was restocked. It's like, no, I'm not. I'm just the speediest. That's not the same. And I wonder if you stopped, if they would actually step up and do it. Because I think it's easy to take advantage of something that you consider to be reliable. And actually, if you don't do it for a while, maybe they'll fill that void. And if they don't, then I'm with Jenny. Hell fucking yeah. Get new friends. Or just take the boys out. Boys night. Also, they have to pay for everything, don't they?
You do not know how this works. There's one thing. Because I do agree that just sort of like, just like if they're not getting it and they're not being good friends to you, then there are other people that are good friends, and sometimes just like going like, I'm good, like fucking peace out.
Imagine cancelling because you got a different offer.
They might step up, you know? But could you like reframe it, not a confrontation, but as far as like an asking for help? So instead of it being like, oh, I need to confront these people about it, could you be like, hey, can you help me? With this organization stuff is just getting a bit much and I really want to still do this stuff and hang out. And then it's not a confrontation.
I like that.
Yeah, that's
Good
so
that.
Lovely.
Right?
Yeah, I'm ruthless.
But I'd say I'm okay with but you're a non-confrontationalist.
Yeah, I think that's dead right.
But like, would you find that easier if you had to reframe it as far as like, I'm asking for help, I'm not asking to like point out a problem?
Yes, I would worry that they'd see through me and that they'd think I was like sort of being disingenuous.
So would it still feel like
No, I think it's a
anxiety?
really good idea. And I think it's specific to like, say you guys had like, you always do a holiday, but it always ends up being you who organize it. If this year you were like, hey guys, this year I'd love some help with organizing it because I actually can't take it on this time.
Don't do that with a holiday. There's a reason
No,
you're the
obviously not.
organizer of it.
Obviously
Do not
not.
let go
Yeah,
of that power.
I guess I mean like if you have like a regular thing. But I do find conflict very, people find this really surprising about me. I'm very assertive.
You hate conflict.
But I do. I really hate it and I really shut down.
I relate to that. Yeah.
And I can't identify the emotions that I'm having when I'm having them.
Oh, relatable. Yeah.
You just need the person to be like calm and like patient, I think, like throughout like the struggle of confrontation.
Yeah, I take all confrontation as because I'm bad at it, I let it get, and it sounds like maybe you've done this a little bit, I let it get to its worst possible iteration before I say anything.
Oh my God, so relatable. Yep.
Which means that when I get there, I am like a wreck. I'm like full of feelings and I don't know what any of them are, and I always cry. You know this.
And it's usually not as bad as you think it is in your head. Like you play out so many scenarios in your head.
I actually think all I've really, and you're probably the only person with whom I ever have to have like, because we're the only friends, like you're my only friendship that's also a working relationship. You're the only person who like holds space for me to express my feelings in those ways.
So beautiful.
It's because we've got so many different opinions. Like you should see our discussions about the aesthetics.
But yeah, But
you do not want to be present
But
at it.
what's so nice is every single time if we've had those conversations, I've always come away being like, oh yeah, duh, that's why I adore her. Helen's really comfortable with confrontation. And
If anything, I love it.
And I think it's actually not just me this is true of. She's like very good at like identifying when her friends are having a feeling and genuinely listening to what they are and not taking it personally.
Oh, that's so important. I
She's
wish I could
so
do
good
that.
at it.
You
But
can't.
But it means that actually every time we have had, and I hope you'll have this too, if you do broach the topic, every time we've actually come to what I think is going to be like a hellish, I've built up as a worst case scenario where I tell Helen what I'm actually feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Every single time my realization is, oh yeah, that's obviously why she's the best. That's
It's
why
just
she's
a
my
really
friend.
long confrontation because you've got to add in 30 minutes of Catherine cry time
Yeah.
before we get
I'm
to
really sorry
what's
about
I
all
love
that.
Catherine cry time so much.
You're so sweet. My two best friends, Helen and Georgie in this country. Karen's my best friend in Ireland. I want to be very clear.
Hi, Karen.
But the two of them have the same habit, which is that if I cry, they both cry.
Because it's so intense. Your tears seem to store up in you for so long. And then when they come out, it feels like a 4-year-old who's just scraped their knee. Like, I have so many feelings. And then when I was 12, here we go. And it's like, I can't not get emotional. Because somehow I'm on the schoolyard with you. And I don't know why we're there. Because I just think a cartoon pig is a cuter logo. It's not worth it.
And I want to talk about fonts. How are you?
Oh my God. We're not even mentioning
We're not going
fonts
there.
right now.
No,
We're
no,
not
no,
doing
no.
that.
Sorry for bringing you into that, Jenny.
It was nice to witness this beautiful friendship.
But what
I
we're
love
saying
it.
is like,
Tough.
even if you don't like confrontation, I think there are ways of communicating that to friends, because you did tell me that you're bad with confrontation and have said that. Because it's like, I think obviously our friendship is different because we're friends as well as colleagues as well as sort of like business owners with Andrew we found ourselves in. So it's like there's so much going
You gotta
on.
unpack it all.
But like you can say to people, like you can start it by being like, hey, I'm really bad at confrontation. It's going to be really uncomfortable. And I don't want this to be taken as a confrontation because this is actually me asking for help. Because I think actually what you are asking for is help. Unless you need them to apologize, in which case it's a confrontation. But I don't think you need them to apologize. I think you need them to be better in the future.
Be better, I agree. I do have one question and then but Jenny, because your advice is make new friends, and you have been here a month and seem to be thriving. You have a whole village on your side against your thief.
Yeah.
What is your best advice for doing that as an adult?
Oh, like confrontation?
No, making friends.
Oh, making friends.
Love how you're like, I hate confrontation. Be like, oh, confrontation? You chase the fucker on his bike.
Oh man, I guess in a way, like I'm still trying to figure it out because I'm new here. But I don't know. I guess I'm cheating a little bit because I'm like in the comedy world,
That's what I
and then
always think.
everyone
Yeah.
like just gets along with each other. I mean, okay, let's see. Some advice that people have given me is like, throw your ego aside, and if you're really like, I really want to meet some people and have interests, don't be afraid to like join like meetup groups and stuff. Sure, like some people there can be like cringe or whatever, but like there will be some people that you might vibe with and that's worth it. And then you have like a great night out anyway. What I've found here is like, I don't know, I just meet people at like events and then like there's like, you just vibe with like certain people. And if you vibe with them, like get their contact details, like, you know,
brave.
follow each other, like be brave. And like, you know, if you're liking their Instagram stories or whatever, like don't be afraid to like send that little message and give them that little prod.
Oh my God, am I doing that with
Because-
you?
I don't know. I
think I did that in
I think you
Melbourne.
did that in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like when you vibe with someone, you got kind of like got to like put out the signals to let them know like, hey, like, you know, we vibe and like don't have your ego in it and don't feel ashamed about doing that. And then like, you know, you vibe and then don't be afraid to also be the one to initiate. Like I found that with like when a lot of people had moved to Sydney to start comedy, they would often be the ones that then organised like a group outing and then invited other people to it. And it's like, don't be afraid to be that person because like things, they're not just, I mean, for me, they sometimes do, but they don't just automatically happen like beautifully and like blossom out and like things work out. So you kind of like got to manage all of that yourself and make your own friends as well. And then just be nice, chat to people. Yeah, I think, what else? Some people have made friends through Hinge here, which I find kind of funny.
I don't think it should
We've
be.
got to wrap it up. I've got to go. I'm so
no,
sorry.
It's okay,
Yeah,
that's
you
okay.
go. You go.
But I want you plug.
Please
Oh,
tell us.
yes.
When's your show? What's it
Yes.
called?
So my show is called Chinese Australian. It's at the Underbelly Boulevard in Soho, September 27th to 29th.
Yes.
In London.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Next week.
Go.
Next week.
Let us know how it was. We know you're going to have a great time. Jenny, thank you so much. You've been an amazing guest. And honestly, the happiest, sweetest Londoner I've ever goddamn met.
Aw, thank
Jenny,
you.
everybody!
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming.
You.
Hello, executive producers in that lounge there. Thank you so much for joining us. Guy Goodman, Simon Moores, Annie Tonner, Stefanie Catracchia, Oliver Jago, Anthony Conway, Neil Redmond, Madeline Quinne, Grace O'Reilly, and Lily. Thank you all so much.
And thank you to our producers. I will be doing this all in one breath and a northern accent.
Jesus.
Elle, Richard Bold, Harald van Dijk, Tim and Dom, David Walker, Rachel R, Sadie Cashmore, Claire Owen-Jones, Jess and Nick, Sarah, Molly, Raia Fink, Cordelia, Rachel Page, Helen A, Tina, Linsey, Graham Marsh, Amie O'Riordan, Abbie Worf, Matt Sims, Luke Bright, Leah, Kate Spencer, Tristin, Liz Fort, Taz, Anthony, Clove, Becky Fox, Dean Michael, Sophie Chivers, Scary South, Charlie A, Casey, Jam Rainbird, Nathan Smith, Amanda McCall, Tamsin Smith Harding, Hannah J, Ezra Peregrine, Bryn. 2 breaths, but still not bad.
Pretty fucking good, actually. You didn't drop the accent.
Thank you so much.
I really, a lot of respect for that, actually. Huge.